The next episode of The Commercial Break starts now.
Cats and kittens, welcome back to The Commercial Break. I'm Brian Green. This is my dear friend and co-host, Kristen Joy Hoadley. Best to you, Krissy.
Best to you, Brian.
And best to you out there in the podcast universe. How the hell are you? Thanks for joining us on yet another episode of this, The Commercial Break, our 3,651st episode this year. It's not for everyone, but you know the deal. Go to the tcbpodcast.com website. Got to shorten up that fucking intro. I'm telling you, it's season 4. I'm not just saying all those words.
Yeah.
I'm going to be best to you, best to you, best to you. There's going to be 3 best to yous, and then we're going to be out of here. And we're going to start the fucking show. And I'm cutting down on the preview clips, too. The audience has spoken. We have been talking about it. I'm going to do something to this intro. We got to rearrange it.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. It's just too long. It's like 6 minutes before we even start talking about anything. And then when we start talking, we're talking about things about... We are literally talking about things. And I'm done with it. Done! Take comfort, all you TCB fans out there.
Like rearranging the composition.
That's right. We're just gonna have to. Yeah, we're moving the notes around just a little bit.
Exactly.
Got to keep it fresh
Yes.
in season 4, mainly for me, for my own sanity. Can't say all that anymore. I'm getting too old for all that bullshit. I watched the most interesting fucking video the other day and it had me thinking hardcore about some things. Literally hardcore. No pun intended. Pun intended. In my research, whatever, the masturbation coach and all that, remember we were talking about that? I came upon a video, I put watch later a couple of videos. So I was watching this video, and it was about a group, I think it was like in Schenectady, New York, and they were putting on naked cuddle parties. You know cuddle parties?
Oh, yeah.
Like cuddle puddles.
I've heard of those.
The cuddle. Hey, man, you want to come to a cuddle puddle with me? Sure, bro, no problem. Cool, take your pants off. What? It's like taking the cuddle puddle
to another level.
For those of you that do not know, a cuddle puddle is kind of like a colloquial reference to, like if you're at a concert or a party out in the woods, or you're with certain types of people, they do a cuddle puddle. Usually when we're all fucked up on something and everyone smells like shit, everyone gets in a tent and cuddles, and it makes everybody feel better. But these people are taking it to a new level, and they're doing naked cuddle parties. Naked cuddle parties.
Okay.
So they have a video out there online, and the video is unedited, and it is literally a documentary about this particular cuddle puddle. Naked cuddle puddle. And I am surprised, first of all, women are beautiful in general, right? But there are some relatively, attractive women in the cuddle puddle.
Yeah.
And then there are mainly, old men with saggy balls in the cuddle puddle. And I am just shocked and surprised to learn that these men have absolute control over themselves. Not that they would have sex with a woman or touch her inappropriately. It's all monitored very closely and what you can and can't do. You imagine if you walk into a naked cuddle party, you got to be extra fucking careful about what happens, right? You got to set the guidelines pretty good because people are literally on top of each other.
I can't even imagine myself walking into a naked cuddle
I cannot.
But
I just,
yeah.
I don't know if it's me, but I don't know. I would be so mortified that I would get a half hard and I'd just be running around the cuddle party with 3.5 inches of hard hanging out. People would be like, "That's against the rules, Brian. You can't have a half hard. You got to leave the room."
Yeah.
And I'd be so embarrassed. But
maybe there's some kind of coaching leading up to this.
Yeah,
for the men,
punching in the balls a couple times,
something like that.
your dick is broken. Yeah. How do you do it? I'm so fascinated to understand. This is why I don't go to nude beaches. This is why I have a heart attack, a panic attack every time before I get a massage.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, please don't get a half hard. Please don't get a half hard. Not because I don't know what happens, and it can happen involuntarily, but because I'm mortified that I'm going to offend somebody, right? That my showing and growing is going to offend somebody's sensibilities.
Yes.
That they're going to be like, yeah, you got a chubby, I got to go.
Over.
Yeah, it's over.
No, I think massage therapists almost expect something like that.
Yeah, I've talked to a couple of them. Yeah, they say that they do. It doesn't help my anxiety one bit because,
You should stick to naked golf.
Yeah, naked golf. That sounds good. I saw this video of these two guys, they were doing this ancient practice, Roman practice. And have you seen this?
No.
Where they sword fight. They touch
naked sword fight?
Yeah, they have boners and they touch each other's, dicks. Now, this was edited, but it's this practice and it's supposed to make your penis grow longer.
Oh my God.
By touching other men's penises together. And I thought to myself, that's a rather strange way to announce to the world that you're homosexual. Don't you think?
Yes.
You could
The things you see on the internet.
Krissy,
as you do.
I have seen all of it. As I did. Went out to dinner with Rachel McGrath, our good friend Rachel McGrath,
Yes.
who has been on the show a couple of times and is one hell of a character. For those of you that don't know the history of the show, Rachel McGrath was here early on for a number of episodes, maybe 3 episodes, and we had some good times with her. Rachel's like a world-famous, world-class voiceover artist.
Yes, she is.
And she does imaging on radio stations and for television, so she's that girl that's...
And she also does not look like she should be on radio, if you know what I mean. She's beautiful.
No, she's gorgeous. Yeah, she has a face for TV and a voice for radio. But, I've heard, I was telling the story one time, I walked into I've told this maybe 3 times on the show. Yeah. I walked into a rural gas station like in the middle of fucking nowhere, Florida, and I go to pee and they have like the Jesus station on, and the Jesus station is just a guy preaching. He's like, I don't know, it's live from the local Presbyterian church. I'm not sure what's going on. All hell and fire and damnation. Yeah. We'll be right back to Jesus Christ after this. WJH right after this. And then it's Rachel, and she's like, "You're listening to the voice of Christ on WOTT, South Fuck Florida." And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, I know. I hear her voice too, just
Walmart,
like at the most random times and places. I'm like, there she is.
Yeah. I hear it on TV. I'm walking through Walmart radio.
Yes.
Rachel, you're doing Walmart radio? I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, is what she says.
She just takes the jobs.
So we go out to this nice restaurant. It's lovely. It's in Buckhead here in Atlanta, which is a popular nightclub and restaurant destination where all the money is. Yeah, it's where all the money is. It's where the Real Housewives of Atlanta should be living, but that's not at all where they live. Yeah, they live somewhere hundreds of miles away from Atlanta, but somehow they're still the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
But they go to the places in Buckhead.
Yeah, they go. Yeah, that's where they film.
Yes.
They film their restaurant scenes there. But then when they're at their fancy houses, their fancy houses are actually
way out in the suburbs.
Yeah, they're 100 miles south of Atlanta, where you can buy an acre of land for $6. So we go to this fancy lovely Italian restaurant, and we're sitting down with Rachel, and then so it's a big like open space where they have a bunch of tables and a small bar, and then they have like I don't know what you call it, like a bunch of shelves, open shelves, where they're selling their wares. Like you can buy
sauces,
bread and sauces and stuff like that, right? For
olive oil.
For this very popular restaurant. Behind there is a chef's table. So the kitchen is open, and then there's a big table in the middle of this space, and it's probably a 20, 25 person table, and that's the big table.
Do like private parties or
private
stuff?
Parties.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the chef.
With with everybody cooking right there in front of you.
Okay.
So they're making a bunch of that room. Every room is full. The patio is even full. Everything's full, and everybody's dressed to the nines over there.
Yeah.
The girls got glittery skirts on. The guys have suits on, and it doesn't take but 30 or 40 minutes for me to recognize they're just getting ruckus over there. They're screaming and yelling. They're applauding. It's a Christmas party, is what it is.
Oh.
It's my best guess. Company Christmas party, because you can tell they're, giving away awards and, talking about the future. I kind of like eavesdropping in on that.
I remember going to those.
Oh, yeah. The Christmas party. Remember at Clear Channel, we had one at a bowling alley.
We did.
Way to go, Clear Channel. The bowling alley that was in bankruptcy, by the way, in the middle of nowhere.
But they were like our client or something.
Yeah, they were our client, so we got in for free. We agreed to spend some money on the booze.
We probably went to the Cheetah after that.
Oh, we didn't stay at that party for more than an hour. We were out of there. That's when
we got our award and got out.
That's when they introduced that country.
Yes.
That guy.
Yes,
I don't want to say his name.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, okay. So those Christmas parties, they get ruckus, they get wild, and they were obviously having a good time.
Open bar.
That's right.
So everything's going to get
open bar,
ruckus.
and in this case, open kitchen. Hey, can I have some more lasagna? I've only sat at a chef's table once, and the chef wasn't paying much attention to us, and I think we just got sat there because there was an extra table in the restaurant. So after a while, I have to go pee, so I get up and I go, and it's a one in one. It's a oneer and a oneer, if you know what I mean.
One woman, one man.
One
bathroom?
woman, one man bathroom. So you got one for the men, one for the woman, but it's just a toilet inside of each one. Its door closes and locks, and then it's not like multiple stalls and stuff like that. Very small, nicely appointed bathrooms. So I go
I think everything should be unisex with the bathrooms, by the way.
Yeah,
I love
why
those,
not?
I love those restaurants where I go and it's just like, there's an open one. Go.
I agree with you. We went to brunch to somewhere today and they had a couple, it's tiny little like old house. They put this restaurant in, lovely place. And they had 2 bathrooms and they both were, it just said vacant or not vacant.
Yeah,
and you just went, right? It
exactly.
said restroom is what it said. I agree with you. But I also understand that, men and women use bathrooms in different ways. And let me explain. So I turn the corner and it's back in this back hallway. I turn the corner and I, hit the door and it's locked, obviously. And I'm like, okay, there's a chair sitting next to the room. So you can,
you can just wait.
Sit there. Right. So I take a seat.
And then you surprise the person when they come out. Like,
that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
Did you just shit in there?
Did you put the seat down? Hey, you got any blow? Right. Okay, so listen to the story. So I'm waiting 3, 4, 5 minutes, which is a long time to wait for a restaurant.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm
You're
not either
nervous about what you're going into.
Yeah, I'm either going to get the holy shit stank of holy shit stank. This guy just had a lasagna bomb. And
right?
Frattatini rattashiti. We have the best poop bombers in the world. So we have some holy shit the soup. So after a minute, I can hear the door like kind of clicking. It takes a minute, and the guy walks out, full the night, suit, tall guy, black on black suit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Black suit, black shirt,
black
slightly
tie.
Gray tie, right,
Yeah.
to give it a little color. Black shoes. But he's kind of a schmo. Like, he just kind of looks like a schmo. And whatever, I'm making judgments. But he comes out and then he turns around and he gets scared. He's like, oh.
Exactly.
He goes, oh, hey, there's another guy in there.
Wait a minute.
He goes, there's another guy in there.
There's another guy in there.
And I go, oh, okay. And he just be a minute. It'll be a minute. And I was like, oh, okay.
They went to the bathroom together.
They went to the bathroom together, which is highly unusual. Now,
it's usually girls that
do that. And while I've been in a few, restroom stalls with men before, it was only to do blow. Yeah. That was it. That's the only reason why you got. Exactly. I mean, I know this because I am the guy who has been there and done that. Like I helped invent this. I got kicked out of the Cheetah multiple times for being in a stall with another man. To the point where the Cheetah eventually took the doors off of the stalls because they had such a problem with people running in and doing coke. They had literally a security guard, and they took the doors off of the stalls. So if you had to take a shit, you were giving this army style. Everyone was going to see it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay. So then I wait another 1, another 2, another 3 minutes. And finally, and now I'm standing up, by the way, because now I'm getting a little irritated now. I'm like, I've been here for like 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes. That's a long time to wait for a bathroom, right?
Is.
So I was just about to get ready to knock on that door, and up pops the guy, who's another schmo, who's dressed in a purple jacket with a black shirt and a black tie. He, again, I mean, it was ill-fitting. It was whatever. Besides their clothes, he comes out, and he is literally doing the dance with his nostrils. He's like wiping it off. He's like, and I go, oh my God. Okay, guys, you know, I've done bumps before. It doesn't take 8 minutes to do a bump, right?
Yeah.
Just get in there, get your key in there and get done. I got to pee here. I got a pregnant wife. We're trying to have a nice night out. I can't be away for 15 minutes because you guys decided you're going to blow some fat chunkies down there. What are you cutting it right off the brick? What's going on? So I walk in. I close the door. There's a little table where they have like toilet paper and cleaning supplies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's a nice table. It's got a little candle on it. There's a wet napkin that has been wiped across the top of this and just left there, but they didn't wipe the entire thing down. So what I see is the beginning of a line on one side of the wipe and an end of a line on the other side of the wipe. And it's clear as day what they had been doing, right? They had been doing blow, which I knew I knew, of course, but whatever. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no.
What's really funny about this story is you have to walk by this private room to go to the bathroom. So when I turn the corner and I walk by this private room, Krissy, there's the guy with the purple one, right? The guy with the big tall guy with the black on black suit is like in the middle of the crowd, and he's like, hey,
he's all hyped up.
I heard
after his bathroom break.
But the guy that had the purple jacket on was close to the entrance, and what I heard was the most cocaine thing I have ever heard before in my entire life. If I could encapsulate that 15 minutes after you take your first bump, after you've been drinking for a while, if I could encapsulate it in one conversation, I would encapsulate it in the one that I heard walking by him. Here's what he said. There was a nice, lovely young lady in a beautiful dress standing there. And as I'm turning the corner, he puts his arm around her like this. And he goes, "Hey, my name's Ted. I don't think we've met before in person. But I'm really excited to meet you." This guy was going, man. That's the most cocaine thing.
She had the cocaine courage.
Of course. That's why people love it and hate it, is because you're going to know the coked up guy. He's not going to shut the fuck up. He's going to introduce himself. After 10 years of working with you, now all of a sudden he gives a shit about who you are.
Right.
And it was just like, he was so brave and he had so much courage and he was just like Mr. On. He was like, "Hey, I don't think we met before in person, but I sure am glad to meet you." It's the most cocaine thing I've ever heard.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I mean, we had a situation last Christmas where we had a waiter that was on it and we knew absolutely no.
Oh my God, was that us?
No, I was with Jeff, another friend of ours, and this guy comes over and he is on fire. And he's kind of sniffling and he's sweating a little.
Oh,
and
yeah.
And
he's like that. Like, he's uncomfortable high. Yeah.
He left and I was like, I think I know what's going on here. And it was that way all the rest of the night. Then couple weeks later after the New Year, we went down to our little. Now this was at a very nice Italian restaurant. Must be the Italian restaurant. When we saw him first, and he was on the stuff. Then we go to another restaurant about a month later, and it's this little dive bar type place, and he's there now.
The same guy.
I was like, oh my God,
easier access to his drugs.
Like,
the dive bar.
I think he probably got fired.
Yeah. I could, even though it happened just a few times, waiting tables and being on a stimulant like that for me was a no-go because I just couldn't control myself. I was just like running around in circles.
Right.
Like, I just not looking anybody in the eye, just like, "Hey, my name is Ron. I'll be taking care of you today. How can I help you?"
That's exactly what he was like. A little sweat dripping.
Yeah, like sweat. Like when you get perspiration because you're doing blow, then you're uncomfortable high. Like you've done too much. Yes. You've taken one too much bump, and now all you want to do is just come down a little bit. But the only thing you're going to do is do more cocaine. All you want to do is have a couple drinks and relax. But what you're going to do is find more cocaine.
Oh, that's true.
Because that's the way it works. And now, let me tell you the end of this story, which is like also the most cocaine thing that I've ever seen happen, and is playing itself out, by the way, in millions of restaurants across this country as we speak.
Oh yeah.
Or tonight, wherever you're going to a restaurant, look for these guys, right? So we're leaving and everybody else is leaving too. Now, like their whole party is leaving and we're also exiting. So as they're leaving, there's a group of them standing outside, obviously waiting for an Uber or something. They're talking about where they're going next. "Oh yeah, we're going to Johnny's. Okay, I'll see you at Johnny's. Blah, 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 blah. Johnny's. Now.
Oh, I know that place.
Guy number one, right? Who I'm going to assume was the holder of the cocaine. The guy in the black suit. And the guy in the purple suit, who I'm going to assume was the fiend for cocaine.
Doer.
Yeah, the doer of his friend's cocaine. The guy in the black suit is running across the street to get into a car with other people. You can see it. And the guy in the purple suit is like, hey, where are you going? Are you driving with them? Can I drive with you? Can I ride with you? Is it okay if I ride with you? And the guy in the black suit is like, no, man, I'll see you there. Not enough room. And the guy's like, okay, I'm going to Uber. Wait for me. Make sure you wait for me. Are you sure there's not more room in that car? Because that's the car where all the cocaine's going to be done, and I really want some more. It's been like 30 minutes since we were in that bathroom. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know, but you need to keep doing it to feel good. Okay, all right, talk to you later. Can I have half and I'll take it with me in this car?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It was unbelievable. The whole scene played out. And I worked in the restaurant industry for so long. I saw this play out so many times.
Oh, yeah. I was listening to a podcast on the way here today, and it was Fresh Air. I love that one. And it was
just like the commercial break.
Yeah, it's very it's well respected.
Yeah, it's well respected.
Won awards.
Not two words you're going to hear associated with the commercial break. Well respected.
So they were interviewing a guy who just read an expose about he was a maitre d' at the finest restaurants in New York City.
The finest restaurants.
The finest,
Grey
the
Poupon.
Coco Club, or
Yeah.
the this, the that,
The Coco
other.
DeVille, yeah.
Yeah, and he's telling all of his stories. I mean, similar to, it sounds like kind of like an Anthony Bourdain, but Bourdain
Yeah.
was the chef.
Right.
This guy's the maitre d', and he's talking about all the things that happened. And I mean, cocaine and alcohol and sex were
They
rampant.
go hand in hand in hand.
Rampant in these restaurants.
Booze, blow, cigarettes, and sex.
Yeah.
The restaurant industry, and especially the bartending industry,
Oh, yeah.
the bar industry. Like if you work at a restaurant and there's a hoppin' bar that goes along with that restaurant, then you know it. But listen, the owners of these restaurants aren't stupid. They tolerate a certain amount of this because because if that one guy that's quiet in the corner, right, can handle all of the customers in the restaurant. Like if it's that one, there's always that one guy at the end of the bar who everybody seems to know, but no one's really talking to. That's the guy who's dealing out the coke, right?
It's true.
And the owner knows that he's good for business. So a smart owner of a restaurant just kind of lets it be, right?
Yeah.
Unless he's causing any trouble or it gets out of
Right.
control, he just kind of lets it be. At least that's my experience from the restaurants that I worked at. It was always very obvious especially if you were working there, you knew who the guy was. Of course you knew
Yeah,
who
he's
the
there
guy
all the
was.
time.
Yeah.
Different people come up and say hello to him.
Because the people, that's right, the people who work there were just as friendly as the people who were coming there. And it's usually the bartender who's the conduit, or you know how it goes.
They called this one guy, he was saying they called him Dr. Doers because he finished a bottle of Doers every night. He bartended.
Jesus.
He bartended. Yeah.
Jesus. I had a friend that did, what was it? What's that orange liqueur that everyone likes? The Grand Marnier.
yeah.
Grandma. That's what they called it. Grandma. And there would
I don't
be
like that stuff.
just shot after shot after shot of Grandma. I did a lot. I drank a lot of Grandma.
Yeah.
Because I found it to be at least a little bit palatable. Like I could shoot it down and it was at least a little bit palatable.
Yeah.
But this guy would drink like half a bottle of Grandma every time. We were literally buying 12 bottles of Grand Marnier a week. And we sold no Grand Marnier because never in the history of ever has anyone ever said, "Can I get a Grand Marnier on the ice?" It just never happened. However, can I get a shot of Grandma with my blow that you just sold me? Often happened. That's how it went down. And it was never charged. They never charged for it.
No.
Yeah. The Grandma comes with the bag. Don't worry about it, bro. Sometimes I really miss the restaurant industry because it's just like
about too.
I wish I had known then what I know now.
Right.
I wish I could walk.
There was no way to know. Though.
Yeah, there was no way to see like the whole big picture. You just saw you were part of it.
This little ecosystem.
Yeah, this little ecosystem working like a little beehive
and
full
the
of
little
cocaine.
drama
Yeah.
of the people that were there and who liked who,
Yes.
and who was sitting tables and
Who was at tables. Hostesses were always too young and way hot, and it was like it's just like and then the waiters and the waitresses always like rotating who they're sleeping with
Yes.
and who's got drama with who, and the bartender. It's like a whole ecosystem. You're right, like a whole little. That world inside of a world. And when you're in it, it's hard to see the whole picture of it. But within 5 years of being out of it, I started to really piece it all together. I'm like, oh, the owner did let that drug dealer just sit there for years. Even though it was often talked about that all the guy was doing was buying one Bud Light a night and staying there for 4 hours, handling business with every customer. But now I know why he did that, because it was good for fucking business.
Yeah.
Because people came in,
came
they got a
in.
little too wasted.
Yeah.
They talked to the bartender. The bartender said, I don't know, talk to that guy, right?
Yeah.
And then they straightened up and they bought more fucking booze. That's what happened.
Yeah, you definitely
of
have a
course.
booming bar business.
Yeah, you're not going to survive long as a late night bar unless you have some of that going on at your restaurant, because that's just the way the world works.
Mm-hmm.
I last night it gave me fond recollections of my days working in, especially the one bar that I worked at where it was like open till 2 a.m.
Yeah.
It was a fine dining restaurant in the bottom, but upstairs they had a ruckus bar, and it
boom,
was
boom
always
room?
full. The boom boom room. It was a house from 1885, and they converted it into a restaurant in 1905, and it had been open since. And literally nothing had been changed about it. It was just this old house. And they would put a band in the corner of what they called the Addict Bar. And the Addict Bar was no higher than, they had like 6.5 foot ceilings.
The addict or the attic?
Well, it depends on who you were, how you read the sign. They had but the ceilings were so low, and then they had these tiny little tables that people would sit at. They'd stuff a band in the corner. It was
yeah.
It was like
I went
barely enough room.
Ivory's was a place like that where I lived.
Yeah.
yeah. Little jazz club.
As the general manager, I would have to sit there and close the restaurant, right? So there's one of three things to do. I either sat downstairs, had a couple of Bud Lights, and chatted it up with whoever happened to walk downstairs because the bathrooms were downstairs. Mm-hmm. Whoever happened to walk downstairs, I chatted up with. And I became friendly with everybody, right? Or I would go upstairs and watch all of it go down. Or option number 3, which was more than likely going to happen on a Friday or Saturday night, I would partake in the action. Yeah, I would be part of the action that was going on. Because what did I have to do? I just had to sit there with the keys and wait to lock the door, right? Presumably. And I just watched all of this shit transpire. And now so many years later, I'm like, oh man, I wish I had known then what I know now, because I would have had a fine appreciation for what was going on and maybe known how to handle it just a little bit better than I did. Because sometimes I'd end up in the office just way too fucked up. I'd be like,
give me that grandma.
Give me that grandma. Give me 4 grandmas. And another bag of blow. All right, why not? Oh my God. The Coke Bros.
Times.
Here's to the Coke Bros all around the world. Those 2 guys that go into the bathroom that are definitely not dating. Call them your Coke Bros and let it go. And I really hope one of those 2 is listening to the show. I really do. Because they're going to know who they are. They're going to be like, oh shit, I was that guy right there.
Wait, I have a purple jacket.
I have a purple jacket. I was at a Christmas party last night. I was doing blow in the bathroom. I saw that guy when I walked down. I think he's talking about me. We're still up.
We get a message.
Yeah. Hey, it's Coke Bros. We're still up. You guys hanging?
Yeah. You up?
Yeah. You know where to get? You holding?
You talk about a guy named D on here.
Yeah. Hey, can you get a hold of D? Oh, I really hope that D is listening. I really do. Sometimes I just want to see how he is, but I just don't even want to open up a can of worms. It's been like decades since I talked to him. He's probably changed burner phones 30 times since then.
Right.
He did text me actually when I first met Astrid. He texted me one time from like a new phone number.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Hey, what up, at D?" You know,
my new number.
Yeah, I didn't even respond. I was like, I gotta go marry this woman. I can't be up at the attic bar, addict bar. Yes. With D hanging out. I think Astrid's going to take kindly on that. No. Well, I would have married him, except he's a Class A fuck up. Well, you know, Krissy, it's getting toward Christmas time, and I thought that as a special treat to the listeners and to you, my friend,
thanks.
that we would review some of this year's holiday gifts that are really on fire.
Oh, okay.
So I was trolling on the internet.
As you do.
As I do like to do. And this might not be this year's hottest holiday gifts, but in 1985, this was the hottest holiday gifts you could get. It was, I want to tell you about this company. So when I was in Chicago, there was this company, you would see these commercials, especially around Christmas time on the local TV stations.
Yes.
Coming from a company called Ronco. Ronco! Made by Ronco! It was like this, like very announcer voicey type stuff. And they always had these like neat, kitschy products that to me as a child were interesting.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because I was like, oh, cool. They made that like a record, like an actual record, something you play on a record player. They had a record cleaner that would spin and clean it. Right, buy Ronco, makes a great holiday gift. And I would watch all these commercials. I always remember like the Ronco gift commercials were fantastic because they were interesting to me as a child, and then I'm sure as adults it was kind of like I don't know, what's a shop
useful.
Yeah, what's a shop that sells the Nicks and the Knacks now? Like Brookstone, Sharper Image, something like that. And so this company was one of those early on through the television. And here's what I've noticed, and you'll notice this as we go through these package of commercials too. A lot of these things were weird items back in the day, in the 80s, in the mid to the late 80s. However, in some way, shape, or form, they have survived to today.
Nice.
They have different, like they actually became popular items and are now made by hundreds of companies because they were good. Mm-hmm. But back then, it was just made by Ronco, right? A cheap, shitty product to get someone for Christmas. So you want to go through them?
I would love to.
I got a list, found a video with all the Ronco commercials for holiday time put together. And so here's our annual TCB holiday gift buying guide. Ronco.
Circa 1985.
Circa 1985. Circa, you won't find any of these things now. Of course, you have the obligatory white noise.
Yes.
In
You
the
have
front
to
of
have
it.
that.
Where can you buy smokeless ashtrays that help eliminate offensive cigarette and cigar smoke? At the Ronco Gift Center. And where can you buy the electric food dehydrator that makes delicious apple snacks and naturally sweet banana chips? At the
You can dry your cocaine on it.
Ronco Gift Center. At the Ronco Gift Center, you'll find the Auto Cup, the amazing no-spill cup, the Ronco battery tester. It tests AA, C, D, even 9-volt batteries. The Ronco record vacuum protects your records by keeping them dust and static free. And don't forget, Mr. Dennis, the fabulous tooth polisher. It helps remove
My
unsightly
God, this
tobacco.
is all stuff that's
Yeah, this is all stuff that we use today. I mean, minus the record cleaner.
Another company
It made
took
it.
this and glorified it.
To my knowledge, this is like the first, and I actually Googled this. This is like maybe the first electric toothbrush outside of an actual dentist office. It's the first electric toothbrush. Now, if you don't have an electric toothbrush, I think you're kind of gross.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
He
out
needs
loud.
a whitener on those teeth.
Oh my God. Well, that's
he's
because
using
he's
a
been using the Ronco smokeless
smokeless
filter.
ashtray.
Yeah. I don't even know someone that owns an ashtray anymore. Do you own an ashtray?
I think we have one from long ago.
Yeah.
That is
For your
it's a
dibbity dabs?
cool one, and then we just never got rid of it. But we don't use it.
I don't think I have. I used to have an ashtray in every corner, and now I don't even know where to find an ashtray. I think at Walmart you can probably still buy an ashtray, I would imagine.
Maybe the
One
smokeless
coffee
one.
stains.
Yeah.
The Miracle Broom is great for all small cleanups. The Roller
The Miracle Broom
It's
is
the
like a
first
mini
dust buster.
vacuum, a dust buster,
Yeah.
and this is the first one.
Yeah.
measure, great for your measuring needs. The inside the eggshell egg scrambler perfectly blends the egg white and yolk in.
No, I don't think that got
No, wait, they're going to actually have commercials for each of these, and so I want to wait until we get through them, but I want to talk a little bit about the egg scrambler once we get there.
In 5 seconds. And where can you buy the sensational Mr. Microphone that actually puts your voice on the radio?
That's how we got a podcast. We started on Mr. Microphone. I had one of these as a kid.
Yeah.
You tune into the right radio station and it would go through, and it would never quite go through. Yeah, it was always like
Ronco Gift Center. Solve all your Christmas shopping in just one place. The Ronco Gift Center. Quality gifts at affordable prices.
by Ronco. Listen to that guy's voice. It's awesome.
What removes all kinds of offensive odors, unhealthy tobacco smoke, irritating pollen and dust from the indoor air you breathe?
It's Karen.
Amazing Clean Air by Ronco. Clean Air by Ronco can filter all the air in a 15 by 20 foot room in
Look
33
at that
minutes.
bedroom.
It's quiet.
That's a
I
nice
know.
bedroom with a big fireplace.
Where did
in
Ronco
it.
get a bedroom like that? It's probably the owner of the Ronco products. He's probably some disco cokehead. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I don't really know him. But this is true. Even though when I started to grow up, when I started to smoke cigarettes, people were really kind of getting offended by cigarette smoke,
Yes.
and it was making its way outdoors for sure. I do remember a time when you would walk into a place and it might be smoky because people were smoking.
For sure.
I remember a time when you could walk into the airport and people were smoking cigarettes.
Yep.
They're in the open and it would get smoky. So they have one of the first air filters for your actual home.
Electric fan draws contaminated air through the activated charcoal filter. Offensive odors and smoke are removed. Harmful pollutants and
God, if I had this when Nico was alive. I needed Ronco when Nico was here.
dust are trapped. Now your family can breathe clean, deodorized air every day. Clean Air by Ronco gets rid of strong kitchen odors, foul bathroom odors, and
I just took a hot shit.
They're foul.
Here's the other thing. The second guy in the bathroom could have just had to take like a cocaine dump, like in my store from the bar last night. He
Yeah.
could have just had to take a cocaine dump because sometimes that
Probably.
happens. You get the bowels start moving once you do. It's like coffee.
lingering pet odors before they're trapped in draperies, fabrics on furniture, even your clothes. For larger rooms, get the giant Clean Air 3. It has triple filtering capacity. Smoke-filled...
God, that looks awful phallic, doesn't it? To just be putting right there in the middle of a room.
It does.
Looks like a big dick drawn in your smoke.
offices and
Look at these
conference rooms.
conference
I know.
rooms.
So right now they're showing the conference rooms that are just full of smoke.
Oh, yeah, everybody's smoking it up. Those movies from the 80s show that still. Like
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Mom. I feel like there's a scene in Mr. your mom where they go.
Oh yeah, like sometimes watching those old movies, you're like, wow, everybody was smoking. I was watching Apollo 13 the other day.
Yeah.
Every person in that movie is smoking cigarettes except for the astronauts. Every person is smoking cigarettes.
Need Clean Air by Ronco. Restaurants and public places need Clean Air by Ronco. Allergy sufferers definitely need Clean Air by Ronco. Show you really care. Give Clean Air by Ronco.
Show you really... What the last scene is a baby sitting there drinking milk. Show you really care about your kid by smoking in the room and getting a new air filter by Ronco.
Yeah.
A great Christmas gift.
1998. That was the price. That's a lot of money back then.
I think so.
That's probably like the equivalent of what, $6,000 in inflation.
Probably.
Yeah.
Sitting all day in this cab gives me a pain in my back.
I sit here for hours, and I always end up getting a bad pain in my back.
Sitting here in traffic gives me a throbbing pain in the lower part of my back.
Who are the geniuses who came up with this fucking commercial? Let's have 6 people in a row say the exact same thing. What do you think? Brilliant. Go to print. Buy Ronco.
So,
I sit at this job for hours, and boy, do I suffer from backache.
If you're like
me, you've got a pain in your back.
They've cut to a guy that's in a suit.
I know.
With like a spotlight.
He's got a spotlight and he's reading a book. I'm just wondering what
he
exactly
like
is
the doctor?
he reading? Yeah. I don't know. Like having a book in front of him, like while he's reading a book.
In a suit.
Yeah, we're interrupting his book reading. What exactly is he reading? And does that make him look more professional? I think that's what it is.
I think that's what it is, yeah.
I've been reading scientific data on back pain, and I found that OxyContin helps.
Oh, God.
Most of us, too much sitting can give anyone a pain in the back. But now there's an answer. It's not a drug. It's not a pill. It's Back Relief by Ronco. A scientifically designed portable air cushion that automatically supports your tired...
Taken in conjunction with your drugs and your pills, Ronco's back cushion works wonderfully. I'm sorry, but this Ronco product looks like it causes more back pain than it solves.
Does. That looks like a hard massager.
Yeah, it looks like it really is uncomfortable.
And is it cordless?
It's adjustable vibrating...
I don't think anything back then was cordless.
No, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean,
how do you put it in your car?
Yeah, I don't know.
It probably plugged into the cigarette lighter, which there are no more of those anymore.
Actually, the car, I have a brand new, I got a car, loaner car from the dealership right now. It's got a cigarette lighter in it. You have to pay extra. I actually looked this up. You have to pay extra for the actual lighter part of it, but it's like $40. But it's got a plug.
It's got the USB thing.
It's got the little hole where you would put the lighter, and you can get it. You just have to pay for it.
Huh.
Massage unit can be positioned for concentrated relief. If you need back relief, or you know someone who needs back relief, give them the perfect Christmas gift.
Vicodin!
And they'll say,
Bye-bye, backache.
Bye-bye, backache.
bye-bye, backache. Bye-bye, backache.
Bye-bye, backache. I suffered with backache. What a great Christmas gift.
Bye-bye, backache.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, backache! Vicodin plus this Ronco product by Bronco. Brian.
Bronco.
Yeah, by Bronco. Need an air filter? Try some cocaine with it. By Bronco.
Batteries included.
Oh, batteries are included.
Okay.
Those things are expensive back then.
Yeah.
Your dentist doesn't clean your teeth with a toothbrush. Why should you? Introducing Mr. Dentist. With your favorite toothpaste, Mr. Dentist helps remove
yeah, look how yellow those teeth are.
That's
Tobacco and coffee stains. And this is an electric toothbrush. When we say this, we're not talking about like like you think of an electric toothbrush now. We're thinking about that little drill that spins around at your dentist's office.
It's like a suctiony thing.
Yeah. And it's like it's just a rubber piece of rubber that spins around. I always wondered how that got your teeth clean. How exactly does that clean your teeth? I guess it's, I don't know, friction or something?
Lightly tobacco and coffee stains. Mr. Dentist comes with a flashlight dental mirror. And now, for the first time at home, you can see all the cleaning that has to be done. It's rotary.
You'd be horrified by the backside.
I don't want to look at the
teeth.
backside of my teeth.
No.
I'm not interested. I clean them. I don't want to look at them. I'm kind of scared of what I'll find back there. Yeah.
Action really does the job. If you brush your teeth this way, it's wrong. But with Mr. Dentist...
You're wrong.
If you brush your teeth this way, fuck you. By Ronco.
You're an idiot.
Yeah. You're an asshole. By Ronco.
You can't go wrong. Its low-torque motor drives the cleaning head to help give you cleaner...
Well, that's important. At least it's low torque.
torque.
Yeah, low torque is key to cleaning your mouth.
and whiter teeth. Now you can clean your child's teeth so easily, and youngsters will clean their teeth more often because it's really fun to use. Mr. Dent.
I don't think that anything makes kids want to brush their teeth.
No.
They just don't.
Luckily, my children, they agree because they know it's just part of the routine because we made it part of the routine. But for the first 3 months of both of them brushing their teeth, it was like a major nightmare to get them to agree to brush their teeth. And then it was a major nightmare just to get them to hold still so I could put the actual toothbrush in their mouth. There's nothing that makes brushing teeth fun for kids. They don't like it. It's something that you don't want that thing in your mouth.
This is safe for dentures and bridge work. Buy a separate Mr. Dentist for your dog.
And your dog.
The dog toothbrush.
You know, this reminds me, like when Nico was alive and now that in Blue, every time I go to the vet who was just a lovely human being, but it's like a broken fucking record. Make sure you get in there and brush your teeth once a week. And I'm like, once a week? You want me to put my fucking toothbrush in my dog's mouth once a week? I can't even get my dog to shit outside. How do you expect me to get it to sit for a tooth cleaning once a week? Crazy.
No, that's why you take the dog to the vet for the cleaning.
Well, then they got to put them out. Yeah, it's $500 to get that done.
Teeth will sparkle
I think it
too.
might be worth it.
Well, yeah, we do it once a year, though, not once a week. Come on, give me a break.
Mr. Dentist comes with 2 separate cleaning heads, the flashlight dental mirror, and Pearl Drops tooth polish. Makes the perfect Christmas gift, and it's only $19.95.
Whoop! Whoop! What is that noise?
I gotta get some cocaine! Driving me crazy!
Hopefully the egg one is next.
We sell a lot of records.
Oh, no, it's the record. It's a vinyl cleaner.
Yeah.
Records cost a lot of money. But what good is spending a lot of money if your records don't sound good because of dust and static electricity? That's why I recommend to all our customers the new record vacuum by Ronco. It's so easy to use. Just insert any size record, 33 1/3, 45s, 78s. The new record vacuum automatically vacuums away all the microdust particles that distort sound and can damage your needle. It also eliminates...
Oh, you don't want a damaged needle.
No,
Let me tell you about that.
You could also just use a brush.
Yeah, you could also just take a cloth and just wipe it off. Yeah, paper towel would do the same thing.
Static electricity buildup. The record vacuum by Ronco protects your records and gives you all the quality sound you
What
paid
a
for.
romantic evening those two are having.
Those two are listening to the, I don't know, what is that? Moonlight Sonata next to the fire, drinking some wine.
White.
Yeah. Someone's got a bag of blow somewhere because it's 1985.
Yes. Sound like this.
It reminds me of that scene from American Psycho where he's like, getting down to Huey Lewis in the news about to slice someone's head off.
Yep.
For the price of a couple of albums, protect your records and prevent damage to your needle. If you want the best possible sound from all your records, get the new record vacuum by Ronco. In fact, buy 2 or 3. They really do make great Christmas gifts. And they're all...
Hey, Bob. I want to thank you for all the years of friendship. I really appreciate you bailing me out of jail a couple times, and I know you also looked after my wife while I was in rehab. I got you a record vacuum for Christmas. It really does make a great Christmas gift. If I got a record vacuum for Christmas, I would be pissed.
Yeah, but back then, you needed to keep your records clean.
I'm pretty sure that it's a bad Christmas gift back then and today.
Yeah, you just get it for yourself.
Yeah, you get one for yourself, not for your friends.
Yeah.
Yay.
All right, now I think we got the egg yolk.
Okay, because this thing is interesting.
What's that?
This thing looks interesting.
Yeah, it is, but it also looks highly dangerous.
Today, most everything works on batteries.
Oh, you want me to fast forward to the egg thing?
Yes.
Here, okay, this one's kind of boring because it's a battery tester, which we all... I actually have one of those.
I mean, don't you know your battery's dead when it doesn't work anymore?
No, but that's the thing. Here's the most interesting thing I'm going to tell you that I did not know through 40 plus years of life until the other day. My remote control for my TV starts, kind of acting wonky. It's that sign, and you can see that the light's a little bit low. It's got like a blue light every time you press it, and like the blue light is kind of getting a little wonky. So I'm like, time to change the batteries. Change those batteries like once a year, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, so I have this whole they call it the battery suitcase or something. You can put all your batteries, organize them, and then it comes with a battery tester.
Oh, nice.
So I go to test the batteries just to make sure that what I'm seeing is that they're dead. First time I've probably ever tested a battery in my entire life. And what I found was one was perfectly good. perfectly good, and the other one was dead.
Yeah, that's an old trick. I've always tried to, switch in a new one.
Switch in a new one.
One new one.
But now you can do that with confidence. The battery tester by Ronco. Now you can do that with confidence. Do 2 lines. Put it against your tongue.
Do you have rechargeable batteries? Because I just ordered some rechargeable batteries.
I have rechargeable batteries, and I find them to be pretty miserable, actually.
That's what Jeff said, but I was like, nope,
Yeah,
I'm
never
getting
work.
them.
Yeah, you're getting them? I got them for, I have a safe in the house, and the safe runs on, has some batteries component to it.
Yeah.
And I got them for that. I'm like, because they're a different kind of battery. So I got the rechargeable kind. But I've only charged them 3 times in the 3 years that I've had this particular safe. And they're already they're lasting less and less time every time I do it.
Interesting. Well,
yeah, but there's something
I'm gonna
about
try it for myself.
Yeah.
No one can tell me.
No one can tell you shit, Krissy. If you want to plug your remote control batteries in like a Tesla every night, feel free to get those rechargeable batteries. Well, hon, I changed 3 channels. Time to recharge those batteries. I also got some for my Nest outside, I have a battery operated one, and literally we were changing the Nest batteries. At the end, we were changing it every 3 weeks.
Well,
it started off with 3
see how
months,
this works.
and now it's 3 weeks. And I'm sure if I was still using the battery kind, it'd be 3 days.
You know what I thought I'd use them for are things that were just specifically Christmas related. Like I've got these little sparkly tree things.
Oh, okay.
And I only use it for a month, so
you can recharge the batteries.
Yeah.
But you got to have extras that you can rotate out, right?
Well, no, I'm not putting any more in there.
Oh,
They're out.
They're
going
out.
back in storage. The decorations are going back in storage.
So you're just using the rechargeable batteries. You're using it for a month, and then you're going to throw away the rechargeable batteries?
I'm going to save them.
Oh, you're going to put them, you're going to charge them.
Yes.
And then you're going to use them next year.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see how that works. I'll report back.
Okay. How much were the rechargeable batteries?
I can't remember.
They're like twice the price of the regular batteries, right? Something like that. So wouldn't it just stand to reason to just go get some cheap batteries for the thing you're going to use for a month?
I'm trying this out. I'm testing it.
All right. It's not saving anything. You're not saving the planet.
Sounded like that.
It's just a bad idea. No, I'm kidding. You do your rechargeable experiment. You let us know how. Do you have that notepad yet where you can let it follow up and?
I'll bring it next time.
Okay.
That'll be my gift to TCB. To the show.
Yeah.
Which?
The rechargeable batteries or the notepad?
Both.
Okay, just check.
Because I'll probably not like
This
the
Christmas.
batteries and want to give them to us.
I'm checking it on you. Why don't you bring the rechargeable batteries here and we'll run the studio off of it?
Yes.
My family
Because we are sucking a bunch of energy around here.
Yeah.
gave me the gift of health. It's the new electric food dehydrator and yogurt maker by Ronco. And it does
Well, these definitely took off.
I've been drying my weed out in it.
Yeah.
Why go through all that drama of hanging outside and evading the police officers with your purple nurples and your dibbity dabs? Why not just put it in the Ronco food dehydrator?
Yeah. For all your sticky icky needs.
Yeah, by the way, how does a food dehydrator work exactly?
Oh, they're popular.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
What does it do? It just sucks the air out of it?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't tried mine yet. It came as part
Because
of...
your batteries don't work because you're using those stupid rechargeable batteries. Get yourself some real batteries. And
No,
then...
it's part of I got one of those 12-in-1 air fryer.
Oh, okay.
Crock pot, air fryer, dehydrator, sous vide. And I haven't tried any
Jesus Christ, how big is this thing?
It's big.
It's the size of a refrigerator.
Jeff was not excited.
I bet he wasn't. I wouldn't be either.
Because it's right there on the counter.
I would be like, why do we have to have all these things in one? Why couldn't we just get one of something?
No, it seemed like it was
Krissy's
safe
all
space.
about being economical right now. I get it. You're trying to maximize the space and the living conditions and trying to make help the earth and all that other shit.
Yes.
But what you're doing is just causing a lot of confusion around the house. Jeff's got to recharge his batteries. He's constantly flipping them in and out. And then hey, honey, can you fry the food in the dehydrator? In the what? Which mode do I put it on?
I need to try that.
I put it on suck and it went to blow.
It costs under $20. The recipe book tells you how to make delicious apple snacks, naturally sweet banana chips, dried vegetables and herbs of all kinds, even
Yum,
beef jerky
dried
by removing
peas.
only the water from the
Dried peas.
Nothing I enjoy more than dried peas.
They're like those little green peas.
I know. God
and they were
damn.
dried.
Yeah, that's gross. Who eats dried peas? Peas? Really?
And dried broccoli. Mm.
Yeah.
Yum.
So now she's making beef
Crunchy.
jerky. Doesn't beef jerky take months to make?
I think so.
Even in a food dehydrator?
Yeah, I should try it though.
Food. And dehydrated foods have fewer calories and are a heck of a lot better for my family than junk foods. Just slice your favorite fruits.
Yeah, because nothing the kids like more than some beef jerky with dehydrated peas. Have some jerky and peas, kids. Mommy, can I have some Lucky Charms? No, it's jerky and peas for breakfast, kids. It's got less calories.
You get your veggies
because
in.
the Ronco product
Protein,
literally
veggies.
sucked anything good out of it. Yes.
Or meats into small portions, place on the trays, and the electric food dehydrator does the rest. No additives and no preservatives. Save money by drying mushrooms, parsley, onions, peppers, and spices of all kinds. The food dehydrator is also a homemade yogurt maker.
Oh, Jesus. How does it work? I want to know how it works. How does your dehydrator work? Does
I haven't
it
used
suck
it
the
yet.
air out? You haven't used it yet?
No.
Okay, make some dried peas and bring them in for the
Okay,
last
well, I
show
will
of
do
the
an
year.
experiment.
Yeah, I want to get on this brand new craze sweeping the nation.
I think it takes hours to do.
With the Ronco product, it
Let
must
me
take
dig
days.
out my instruction.
Yeah, you
booklet.
guys don't make jerky in a day. I mean, I think jerky takes a long time. Yeah. At least the jerky I've had, it's pretty tough. Unless you're having like beef, like the beef jerky sticks.
Filet.
Yeah. I'm more of a Slim Jim guy myself. I'm more of a juicy kind of jerky kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Juicy jerk, because when you bite into a Slim Jim, there it's like juicy. It's got a lot of fat and oils and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I've had some jerky that's like absolutely no moisture content in it whatsoever.
It's so hard. You're like ripping
fucking
your
disgusting.
teeth out.
Yeah, I don't like it. But I know lots of people who do, but I do not like that kind of jerky.
I know I like a tender jerky.
Yeah, me too. I like a tender jerk. If you're looking for a tender jerk, I'm here for you, girls.
Hard to believe that something that does so much cost under $20. This Christmas, give the gift of health. The electric food dehydrator and yogurt maker by Ronco.
It costs under $20 because you don't know what it fucking does, and it's going to take 17 days to make beef jerky. That's what they don't tell you on there. Is it how much air could a motor pull out of there?
Yeah.
It can't.
I'm doing an experiment.
Yeah, you must. Mm-hmm. You must.
I must.
We must go get you some strips of like some strip loin or something and put it in there and make some jerky.
I'm gonna do it.
All right. Bring it here. Put a little salt and pepper on it. Put some Tabasco on it. Whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Make some jerky. Bring it here. We'll taste test it live on air.
Okay.
Are you going to write that down?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait till this little egg thing comes on. Okay.
I know. I actually am going to write this down while we're doing this.
What, to get an egg thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
to get
here it
some
is.
Lean strips of beef.
Introducing the Inside the Eggshell Egg Scrambler. This amazing new kitchen appliance perfectly scrambles an egg inside the shell.
I'm sorry, but this looks like a finger scrambler is what this looks like. It's a needle that gets stuck into the egg, and then it scrambles the inside of the egg without breaking the shell.
Isn't that hard to scramble an egg?
I can't cook macaroni and cheese. Like, I should be part of the class action lawsuit against Kraft.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard to scramble eggs. I've done it successfully before.
Mm-hmm.
Introducing the Inside the Eggshell Egg Scrambler. This amazing new kitchen appliance perfectly scrambles an egg inside the shell. Here's how it works. Just push the egg onto the motor-driven needle, and the egg scrambler automatically blends the egg white and yolk in less than 5 seconds, giving you a perfectly blended egg. Compare it.
I'm not sure that this is a product that's ever been needed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and with that needle sticking out,
it
right?
seems dangerous.
Yeah. All it takes is just one wrong move, and you're going to have, it's going to be a finger mangler by Bronco.
I could also see the egg breaking and flying everywhere.
Oh, yeah. This is a whole disaster waiting to happen. I think this is a product that shouldn't be on the shelves, if I'm being honest. Probably why it's not. Yeah. You don't find an automatic egg scrambler in Walmart.
No.
And they sell a lot of bullshit over there.
Scrambled the old.
I was over there last night, and let me tell you, there's nothing like a Walmart. It is a truly unique American experience. And I'm not saying anything against Walmart. They sell cheap clothing and cheap food and cheap products to people who are desperately just trying to survive, including myself. So I go there, not often, but I go there enough, right? 10, 15, 20 times a year. It's an extremely unique American experience.
Oh, I know.
And Christmas time, it doubles.
Ooh.
It doubles. It's like 100% unique American experience in the summer, but then going Christmas time, it's like 200% unique American experience.
Yeah.
People are all over the place. They are yelling and screaming at each other. They are tearing things off shelves. They're getting in each other's way. They are buying bullets from the counter. It's a whole fucking disaster going on over there. And forget about the electronics department. Don't even get me started on that.
Fashioned way with the revolutionary Inside the Eggshell Egg Scrambler. Look at the difference. Scrambled eggs and
What in the... Look at the difference.
Omelets are not only guaranteed to look better, but taste better, or you get your money back. And when making French toast...
It doesn't taste different.
Yeah, and who's giving you your money back on a 1999 egg scrambler? Dear Ronco, this is Judy in Pennsylvania. I've lost 3 fingers from your egg scrambler, and they don't taste different. I'd like my money back. Please send care of Judy in Pennsylvania. 404-444 Main Street. Who is asking for their money back? That's the thing about money back guarantees. No one ever asks for their money back. So they know it's a bunch of bullshit.
The old-fashioned way, the egg white sticks to the sides, and your French toast ends up looking like this. With the inside the eggshell egg scrambler, French toast will always come out perfect. The egg scrambler is sensational for creamier custards, hollandaise sauce, or homemade eggnog. And if your kids hate the look of runny, slimy egg whites, get the new
Who is making runny, slimy egg whites? What the fuck is that?
I don't know. You didn't cook them long enough.
I just had 3 eggs this morning. I said sunny side up, and the only thing that was runny and slimy was the yolk, but that's what I asked for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Inside the eggshell egg scrambler by Ronco.
Egg clear here.
Well, because they're trying to give you an example.
Right.
But there's also, there are chickens that have, they every once in a while, they have a clear egg. Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta get some cocaine! Driving me crazy!
Makes a great Christmas gift, and it's...
Do you know where this comes from? This comes from one of our episodes.
I gotta get some cocaine! Driving me crazy!
Yeah, that's you laughing. Yeah, that's me saying that. So... we have an editor now, like an audio editor, so that I can actually see my family at night, which is a nice change of events, and I'm sure it saved my marriage. So my wife is... So now I just check. I just do it once over, right, to write the show notes and make sure that everything sounds good. And Christina does a wonderful job, so I really don't even have to check. But because I can't be bothered to listen to an hour of myself talking, I put it on fast forward. I do it at like 2 times the speed of the normal, and I actually find us to be much more funny sped up than.
Oh, that's what people should do, maybe.
I know.
Listen to
it 2x. I guarantee it'll be funny.
Only $12.88.
Oh, $12.88. That's a price change for Ronco.
That is.
Probably because they have a warehouse full of egg scramblers they can't get rid of because
They're like,
people
slash
are like,
it by 10 cents.
What's the problem there? Yeah. Oh my God. This just takes me back.
Wouldn't it be nice to drink a hot cup of coffee on the way to work each morning? But you
Sure
can't.
it would.
Because ordinary...
Son of a bitch! I drilled on myself again!
He's got like a full-blown coffee mug.
That's how you did it back then. Yeah, because there was no such thing as like a portable to-go cup.
Yeti?
A Yeti. Now that, we all have addictions to our personal water devices or coffee devices or whatever it is. But back then, you had a mug or a cup, or you could get like a plastic to-go cup or whatever, a styrofoam to-go cup. But it wasn't very common. And you certainly didn't go to the coffee shop to get your coffee. You either made...
No. You had to do it at home.
Sanka at home?
Yeah, the instant coffee.
Instant coffee, or you were going through a lot of drama to make yourself a cup?
Cup spill. Introducing Auto Cup by Ronco, the amazing no-spill cup. Just press the lever and drink. Release it, and it's automatically sealed.
Oh, my God. That's the world's biggest to-go cup. It's got a whole fucking contraption on the top of it.
They just laid it down. Just throw it to the back.
They didn't have cup holders in those early cars. Yeah.
Auto Cup's carrying strap makes it great for golfers, bikers.
Hey, Bob, what's that? Hey, Bob, what's that fucking ridiculous thing around your neck? Oh, it's my cup by Ronco. You have coffee in there? Say, that's great. Well, I wanted to bring my mug to the golf game, but I didn't want to spill it everywhere.
Skiers, boaters, even truckers. Auto Cup by Ronco.
And women? What about them?
Yeah.
A great Christmas gift, and it's only $5.88.
$5.88. I dare you to walk into a fucking Starbucks and look for a to-go cup for $5.88. It won't happen because they are now, because water cups are or coffee cups, these traveling coffee cups are like collector's items.
Yeah.
And people spend so much money on them that every Christmas when I go into Starbucks, I have a cup that I've had for 4 years from Starbucks. Same cup, it's just one of those, coffee cups. Reusable cup. Every year I go in there. Every year I see something that I like. Every year I go, this is fucking ridiculous. I'm not paying $60 for a goddamn mug. I'm just not doing it.
Yeah.
It's not a collector's item to me. It's just something that's a utilitarian thing that I use.
And you have a great history with figuring out what collector's items are.
And with that,
Dick Tracy.
And with that, I want you to leave the studio. It's going to be a great season 4 without Krissy here. Come on back to TCB. Oh, well, there's your holiday gift buying guide. Holiday gift buying guide. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you find anything by Ronco and you'd like to add some drugs and make it by Bronco, let me know. We'll get it together. Our dibbity dabs, our stickity stickities, our goomity gummies. We'll do it all together, guys. Don't be the Coke bros. Go into the bathroom by yourself.
Yeah.
You're all big boys.
Yeah.
You can go to the bathroom by yourself. If
Just pass the bag.
If you're doing cocaine and you can't figure out how to pass the cocaine,
Yeah.
then, there's nothing's going to happen in that bathroom stall together that's going to be magical. Doesn't make the cocaine any better that you do it with both of you together. And it just takes up time in the bathroom when I could be peeing.
Yes.
I got things to attend to. I'm not doing drugs anymore.
Yeah.
I got more time on my hands.
To observe the people that are doing
That's
drugs.
right. I need to go observe more people doing drugs. What are you thinking in there? And then when you wipe up, at least wipe up the whole table. How did they do just one swipe and then they left half the line there?
They were jacked.
I did the line and I felt better afterwards. Food tasted better after I got done with it. TCBpodcast.com. That's where you go. You find out more information about Krissy and I. You can read all the show notes. You can get all of our audio and all of our video. Listen to it, watch it right there from TCBpodcast.com. And what we'd love you to do is hit the Contact Us button and questions, comments, or concerns. We're taking them all at that Contact Us form. But the most important thing is content ideas. If you want to hear Krissy and I talk about something, you have an interesting story you want to tell us about yourself, send it on in, and it's likely you'll end up on the show. Why? Because we do 7,000 hours of this. We have we're going to send this out on Instagram pretty shortly. We have the Spotify Wrapped for the commercial break. I'll talk about this more next episode. But I can't believe how well the commercial break did. It's like flooring me. We put out 7,218 minutes of content in 2022. 7,000 minutes of content. We are idiots. 855-TCB-8383. 1-855-TCB-8383 from anywhere in the world. Send us those comments, concerns, questions, content ideas. Ask for our advice. Tell us a story. We just want to hear more about you. And please like, rate, and review on your favorite podcast player. I love you.
I love you.
Best to you.
Best to you.
And best to you out there in the podcast universe. Until next time, Krissy and I always say, we do say, and we must say, bye.